What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're going to be looking at Amazon. We're going to be looking kind of a way back thing of like, hey, more or less the role of investing rather than just getting in and out of day trades. If you really believe in a company, you should invest in it and really hold it long term. This really just kind of proves the point of just seeing how much, if you just did $10,000 investment, even if you just did it at a $1,000 investment, 30 years ago, and how fast Amazon grew from that standpoint. So that's definitely going to be looking at the chart, looking at the other various really strong companies that we've seen in the past 30 years bring back a enormous amount of return. Before that being said, the previous video we talked about a book that I talked about options trading strategies and things like that, but the hardcover book was like $150 because the book is kind of antique. So I guess I bought it for like $15 many years ago. I think it's a worthwhile investment that it now it's worth $150. It's pretty cool. Anyways, this is going to be a very cheap book, and it's a super easy read. It's got some simple charts on there. It's called The Big Book of Stock Trading Strategies. So this book is really just completely a little bit more of the simplistic side, and they kind of dive into some of the technical analysis regarding maybe some of the support and resistance lines and using Bollinger Bands. As you can see, the spacing is pretty large, and this is a big book. It's actually not. It's actually fairly small. It's let's see how many pages. Less than 100 pages. It's at 99 pages exactly. So definitely check that out. I have an affiliate link down below via Amazon, so that's going to be taking you outside of YouTube into Amazon to look at and purchase that if you want to. And then other side of that great book, again, that link down in the description. What I use to trade options, and it's an affiliate link also in the description, is through Tastyworks. Tastyworks is a fantastic platform that I use for trading options in my shorter dated account. You can trade stock in there as well, just like in Robinhood. Commission-free trades for stocks, and of course there's a little bit of premium to open a trade. You can look on the website and see on what the fee breakdown is. Definitely, if you are interested, please click on the affiliate link. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and jump into some fantastic returns in Amazon. All right, traders. So now we're going to be looking at that chart we talked about. Again, I found this via Wall Street Bets, blah, 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 whatever. So this is the best performing stocks in the S&P 500 over the last 30 years. So if you see anything on the symbols here on the left-hand side here with the asterisk, that means it hasn't been a full 30-year period on its IPO date. Of course, Amazon's number 2, that went IPO in 1997. That return is well over 210,000% return. So if you started with, again, $10,000, you would have nearly $21 million in that investment, and that just goes in my brain of just like the threshold of what those potential insight if that some folks had. That's why Mr. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, because of his stock price has gone up tremendously and not selling. So this is definitely pretty interesting. And as well, like, we're not seeing anything like too cray up here. We have Monster Beverage Company, we have Best Buy, Ross Stores, United Healthcare, Cisco. Like, what? Of course, we have Apple, Netflix, Land Research, Adobe. These are the ones that are starting to be coming up, but I think they're going to be kind of going up to the higher price. Of course, we have Microsoft, Nvidia start coming up here. Nvidia has only been IPO since '99, and they're only up 37,000%. That's about 21.8% a year. So again, $10,000 investment would have changed to basically around $3.7 million. So what is everyone in the back of their mind is thinking, like, OMG, what is the next large investment that we could do to potentially make this? People are speculating Snowflake, Palantir, whatever it's called, Peloton, all these other various companies could go on this list in 20 or 30 years from now. We won't know. Again, no one has a crystal ball. We'll just have to wait and see. So within 20, maybe 10 to 15 years, come back to this video and check it out and see if we're right or wrong on those a couple stocks there. But the one I wanted to highlight this episode is going to be Netflix. Amazon. We're going to be looking at Amazon. Of course, this one has been literally on a buy rating, with everyone kind of going on a bonanza on the sense of potentially Prime Day and when that's going to be coming out and releasing. So that is definitely it's something that has been basically a stimulus, and that's literally bouncing around like the kangaroo market that we're currently in. With this being said, if we can just zoom out here on the monthly chart on Amazon, this is just the past 20 years. Again, this stock in 2002 was $5.50. $5.50. And this has just been an amazing run here, and it's just been really just taking us to these really pretty insane all-time highs of nearly hitting that well, almost to target around the 4,000. So that being said, what are we going to be looking at here in the short term? As of right now, we're kind of in that chop market. We are kind of making somewhat of a strong bounce here around that 2,900 level, potentially trying to get that 5 and 8 to cross through the 21 EMA. Again, we kind of have that chop going on with those moving averages kind of spaghettiing into each other and just not having the overall trend that we like to see with the moving averages moving upwards to the right, because again, the current market climate that we're in is choppy. It's not the most sophisticated trend up or down. This is the very tough times of before the election. A lot of people are just sitting on their hands. All these different various components that kind of tie into this chop bear fest kind of market is really just kind of being shown here in this market. That being said, I believe, in my opinion, that I'm going long Amazon, and I'm buying some Amazon at these levels here to potentially see a pop to that 3,377 level. That's going to be my first initial target, and then the initial target would be the previous high, but these are going to be more of a longer dated play, and I'm really looking for it to hit around 4,000. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but that's my overall target within the Amazon. And you're asking, Ken, how the flip did you get those numbers? Well, if you consider that this is potentially the bottom here in the short term, and if we keep this momentum kind of trading sideways and not really getting below that 3,030, we can easily see this trend can try to carry us to at least that 3,400 level. And again, like we talked about, that 4,000 level, basically the 3,939 level, would be the next sign of potential slowdown for the targets that I'm looking at. These are slightly aggressive targets, more than I normally do, but Amazon is literally in the crosswings, in the headlights, or whatever you want to call it, in the target zone, in the danger zone of just really disrupting things even more. It can expand so much more, and even in this time frame, I think this is just not saying the start of Amazon's empire. I think it's here to stay for quite some time, and of course that price is going to represent that within the stock market. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're interested in joining the Discord, link down in the description, completely free. If you want to support the channel, Patreon page or the YouTube membership tab. Thank you guys so very much. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace!